Good morning. My name is Dr. Rudresh. I am a professor from University Shishraya College of Engineering, KR Circle, Bangalore. Today class will be explained regarding of after yesterday I'll be explained till 29th question. Today class I'll be explain the 29th questions. Just look it here in the 29th questions. 29th questions. 1 ton of refrigeration machine means 1 ton of 1 ton of 1 ton of refrigeration 1 ton of refrigeration machine means machine means that machine means that see 1 ton of refrigeration machine means that what is meaning by 1 ton of refrigeration 1 ton of refrigeration by means to have 0 degree celsius in 24 hours. See, you have in 0 degree celsius in 24 hours. In 24 hours the refrigeration effect produced by the refrigeration effect produced by equivalent to see the first questions 1 ton of the total means of the machine 1 ton of 1 ton is the machine second one 1 ton of refrigerant is used 1 ton of refrigerant is used refrigerant is used third one 1 ton of water can be converted into ice 1 ton of 1 ton of water can be converted into ice fourth one 1 ton of ice 1 ton of ice 1 ton of ice when melts at 0 degree celsius in 24 hours the refrigeration effect the refrigeration effect the refrigeration effect the refrigeration effect produced is equivalent to 210 kilojoule per minute. See, what is meaning by 1 ton of refrigeration by means? See, one ton of refrigeration, 1 ton of refrigeration machine that 0 degree Celsius in 24 hours. The first question, 1 ton is the machine. 1 ton of refrigeration is used. 1 ton water can be converted into ice. 1 ton of ice when melts at 0 degree Celsius in 24 hours. The refrigeration effect produced is equivalent to 210 kilojoule per minute. See, whatever ice you want to make the ice cube, then that is the 0 degree Celsius in 24 hours. You keep the preaching inside the water within 24 hours that will be converted into ice. That is calling about 1 ton of refrigeration. 1 ton of refrigeration is equal to 200 kilojoule per minute. 1 ton of refrigeration equal to 210 kilojoule per minute. 210 kilojoule per minute. This is the first question. Second question. The second questions, 30th questions, 30th question. The equation of total heat, the equation of total heat, the equation of total heat of superheated steam, superheated steam is given by see here, just I'll be talking about these questions. The equation of totally superheated steam is given by. See, there are three types of steam is there. The first one is called wet steam. Wet steam. What will be indicated in wet steam? Enthalpy of wet steam, HF plus X HFG. This is the wet steam. Next I am talking about the dry steam. HF plus HFG, X is equal to 1. X is equal to 1. See, you have in wetness of the steam is X is equal to 0.1 to 0.9. This is the wetness content inside the steam. See, there are three varieties of steam is there: wet steam, dry steam and superheated steam. In some amount of wet content is there, that steam is calling about wet steam. HF plus X HFG. HF means sensible heat, HFG means latent heat. Sensible heat and latent heat. Dry steam, HF plus HFG, X is equal to 1. In the place of dryness, there is no wet content is there in the steam. That is calling about dry steam. The third one that is very very important in a superheated form of steam. Whatever dry steam is there, that is calling about Hg plus Cp, T superheated minus T saturated. See, T saturated means Hg means already you have in a dry steam, Hg plus Cp, a specific constant pressure. T superheated, how much amount of heat is there in the steam, that is calling about T superheated. T saturated means atmospheric level of temperature, that is calling about T saturated. See here, H soup, just this is the three concept of in your questions, H superheated equals HF plus HFG means Hg, this is totally indicated in Hg, plus Cp, T superheated minus T saturated, this is the T saturation. Mention the degree of superheat, mention the degree of superheat, mention the degree of superheat. The first question, T superheated minus T saturated. Second question, T superheated plus T saturated. Third question, Cp, T superheated minus T saturated. The fourth question, Cp into T superheated minus T saturated plus T saturated. Please look it here. What is the concept here? The equation of total heat of superheated steam. Where you have in superheated steam, this is the form of superheated steam. See, this is the form of superheated steam. In the equation, T superheated minus T saturation. Always the how much amount of heat is there in steam, that will be passes to the atmosphere, then it will be negative sign. It will be rejected. It will be transferred to the atmosphere. That is called T superated minus T saturated. But in the second one, T superated plus T saturated, it is not added to the in the steam. There is no. This is the concept is wrong. Second one. Next, Cp into T superated minus T saturated. This constant pressure is not including only superated form of steam. T superated minus T saturated, Cp plus T superated minus T saturated. This is the concept of in your superated form of steam. T superated minus T saturated. Okay. This is the concept of superated form of steam. Next, I will start a 31st, a pi by 2 direction control valve is used to control. See, this is pneumatic system and hydraulic system you are using in pi by 2 direction control valve. Pi by 2 direction control valve, first one motor. The first one is motor. Second one a pump. Third one a single acting cylinder. Fourth one a double acting cylinder. See, the correct answer is double acting cylinder. Why you have in double acting cylinder is correct. 5 by 2 direction control valve is always using in double acting cylinder. Very less you are using in the single acting cylinder. See the next question, the 32 question, pressure switch. First one, increase and decrease. Increases or decreases the pressure. Second one, maintain a constant pressure. Maintain the constant pressure. Third one, cuts off the pressure supply. Cuts off the pressure supply. Fourth one, operates on electrical switch. Operates an electric switch by pressure sensing. By using pressure sensing. See, pressure switch increase or decrease the pressure, maintain the constant pressure and cut off the pressure supply. See, the 32 pressure switch operates an electric switch by pressure sensing. This is the correct answer. This is the correct answer. Operates an electric switch by pressure sensing. Okay, 32 pressure switch operates an electrical switch by pressure sensing. See, next questions. Accumulator are used to 33 questions. Accumulator ACC accumulators are used in hydraulic and pneumatic circuits. See, accumulator are used to hydraulic and pneumatic circuits. First one, to transfer the energy. To transfer the energy. Second one, to store the energy. STORE. To store the energy. Third one, to convert the energy. Fourth one, to use as a safety device. See, in four answer, always accumulator are used in hydraulic and pneumatic circuits. That is store the energy. See, what is meaning by store the energy? Having a BMTC or KSRTC bus, just open and close the door in the front window or back window. Just open and close the door. That time you have just press the switch, then you have will be energy. That energy will be push the door, then door can open, door can close. That is purpose of accumulator are used to hydraulic and pneumatic circuits to store the energy. To store the energy means when your motor is started, then start the blower will be air will be moving, then the blower can start moving. That is calling about, that is the accumulator are used for hydraulic and pneumatic circuits to store the energy. See, in 34th question, if 5 by 2 single solenoid valves are, see, the first one 5 volts PORT, 5 volts and 5 position, 5 ports and 5 position. Second one, 2 ports, 5 position. Third one, 5 ports, 2 position, 5 ports, 2 position. Fourth one, 5 ports, 3 position. The correct answer, 5 ports, 2 position. See, this question The pi by 2 single solenoid valves are, see, the name only indicated 5 denominator by 2. 5 denominator by 2 means 5 ports and 5 position. No, there is 2 is there. 2 ports and 5 position. No, 5 ports and 2 position. That is calling about 5 ports and 2 position. That is the 5 by 2 single solenoid valve. This is using for the hydraulic and pneumatic circuits.